All right, everyone, what's going on? My name's Captain Crush. Did you miss me? I took 2 days off from YouTube, but now I'm back. We have one WNBA game to cover today, a same game parlay. Can you believe it? But tomorrow we get 3 games, but today I'll focus on this one. Folks, during NFL and NBA season, 100% you will get YouTube videos from yours truly, Captain Crush, every single day. During the summer, my focus, I still do YouTube videos almost daily covering WNBA, PGA, MLB, but my focus is to help my Discord community learn and grow as a team so they are prepared for the fall. That is my goal. So I've been doing live streams for them every single day. Same thing with the community TikTok live sweats we did. All that stuff will be returning come September. It's hard to do in the summer. This is my time where I like to grow my community, and that is what it is. If you're interested in that, you can check the description. It's done via Dub Club, Discord, all that. If you're new to my channel, what I do is I discuss PrizePicks, Underdog, Thrive Fantasy, Sleeper, and No House Advantage. Oh my, all of it. I do it all, baby, and I'm good at it all. I don't toot my own horn. I'm a humble guy, but let's be honest here. I have been helping people for a hot minute, and that is my passion. That being said, let's go over to Sleeper and see what we got cooked up. All right, so first things first with Sleeper, use promo code CRUSH and get a full deposit match up to $100. Listen, if you're not on Sleeper, you're missing out. Now, I only promote things that I like, and that will change vary to vary based on what I like and what I have time with. And I will tell you this, I am dominating / crushing, if you will, Sleeper. Ask my community, they know. My 2-man for Sleeper today is going to be the stash. Spencer Strider, less than 9.5 strikeouts. It's unbelievably hard to get 10 strikeouts. If there's one man that can do it, it will be the stash Strider. I like him to get exactly 9. So if you had 8.5, I would have taken more. If you had him at 9, I would have taken more, and that way, because I think it's going to be a push, I think he gets 9, but I don't think he gets that glorious double-digit 10. At least I hope he doesn't, because we got bread on it, and I'm trying to break bread with all of you. And number 2, we paired it with Mr. Dylan Cease? No, it's Dylan Cease, as in cease. Cease to hit home runs on him, because we got him today more 6.5 strikeouts. That's right. I'm taking Cease and Strider. I'm combining them, wombo combo together, okay? Yeah. And then it'll pay 2.85x to be exact. So you can it'll pay you that, and you can crush it, and hopefully, bang, we hit a home run with it. I'll put that up right here so you guys can see it. That is my 2-man pair. It's also on my Twitter. Remember, if you use my code, send me a DM. If you're a new user and you're not already in the Discord, you can't double dip on me. I will give you a free 30 days of my gold trial, which you will see because I did a little snippet of what I do in there because people DM me and ask, so I'm going to show it. It'll be in this video right here. But there you go. That's my Sleeper 2-man, and I got some PrizePicks and Underdog cooked up for you too. We got it all today, boys, and I'm hitting you with the PrizePicks right now. So here we go, the king daddy of them all. Boy, I forgot how much I like doing these YouTube videos. I took 2 days off, spent time with the community, spent time with my woman, and now I'm reminded that this is kind of fun. No wonder why I chose this. Let's go. We talked about MLB on Sleeper. I do have a lot of content out for PrizePicks MLB too via my Dub Club Discord, but I want to talk about MLB for 1 second, okay? The lines on PrizePicks are always very sharp. They're very good because they give you that flex equity payout, okay? So the trade-off is you get a little bit tougher lines on PrizePicks, but they do give you the option to 5 flex, which is optimal. You can get money back for missing on a parlay, which is craziness, but it's in our favor. Want to talk about Colin Rea? Okay, 4 strikeouts. His true line is 3.5. Now, here's an example. On Sleeper, at 3.5, give me more. I will take over. It is a trap line. I call these 4s and 3.5s trap lines. Why is it a trap line, Cap? Simple. Because they're very hard to hit. They can go either way. I can see them go either way. They do go either way all the time, okay? They swing both ways, pun intended. So you can take more at 3.5 on Sleeper, and then you could take less at 4 on PrizePicks, okay? Because I believe he gets 4, but I don't believe he gets 5. So the range of outcomes is 2 to 4. It could be 3 to 5, but I like less at 4 and I like more at 3.5. So it's always critical to line shop Pick the best site. I have zero tribalism with any of these sites. None of them can hold the captain down because I will go where the best line is and where the promos are. So daily, I'm using No House Advantage. They had a 5 flex promo today where they're paying 25x. I already put one in on there. Yesterday, I cashed out, by the way, on there. Big juicy one for WNBA. Underdog, they do promo squares all the time. Sleeper. Every discounted sleeper projection I've cashed in on so far. I'm on a streak there, not to toot my own horn. And then PrizePicks, we get Taco Tuesday, Hot Dog Thursday, Flex Friday, and we get Captain week long, baby. Because I'm bringing the heat, 85 to 105 mile an hour fastballs right down the center of the plate. And I'm striking them out while looking, okay? So that being said, let's go to this same game parlay, this one game we got, WNBA. We got the Las Vegas Aces, the king and queen. King? Captain, what are you talking about? It's WNBA. You're right. I should say it's the queens of the league. I told you guys pre-season, Las Vegas Aces, they're winning it all. No one's going to stop this machine. If you got it in early, you probably are sitting pretty right now because they're going to dominate, crush their way to the title, the WNBA title. What a title to have, but it's still a title nonetheless, okay? A'ja Wilson. Let's talk about A'ja Wilson, because I'll tell you right now, the public's looking at the last 5. Bang. Green. 28 against Indiana. If you go back and look, she torches this team historically. I think she's played them 5 times in the last year, and she's crushed them all but once, okay? That being said, 20.5 points. She needs 21. Listen to me. 21 points for A'ja Wilson. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, okay? So I had her last time. I posted it up. 18.5. She was my pair that I posted, a free play of the day. A'ja Wilson, less than 18.5, and I paired it with Ezi Magabor, less 3.5 blocks and steals. Ezi did her job. She stayed under, but A'ja exploded. She absolutely went ham, and she got 28 points? But let me tell you something. That's not the full story. You got to dig a little deeper. Most of you don't watch WNBA. 90% of you don't watch WNBA. Who are you kidding? But you know what? The captain, he goes back and looks. I investigate. I dig through the dumpster. I find what's good. And Miss A'ja Wilson shot 16 free throws. Okay? That ain't normal, Chief. 16 free throws? That's how she was able to soar over, and that's how she beat the captain. Check it out. She had 28 points. She hit 11 points from the free throw line. Take 28 minus 11. What you get? What you got? Look around. Here he is. 17. Okay? She would have stayed under 18.5. Now, she's at 20.5. This is my argument to go under. I know. It's scary. It's crazy. Indiana plays no defense. She torches them. But at the same time, we can't let one game interrupt what we know to be true. 21 points for A'ja Wilson is just too many on her season average. So if you want to take under 20.5 points, I wouldn't hate it one bit, okay? I know a lot of you are going to take more, and if you want to do that, go ahead. I made the argument for less. I made my argument. The prop that I like best from A'ja Wilson is this right here. It was blocks and steals, and they took it off the board, okay? So I'm giving you, since there's only one game today, I'm doing the Lord's work, and I'm giving you multiple options to choose from. So you could take less here if you're so inclined. If you want to go to that free throws prop, which came out of nowhere at 5, and think that she's going to go back and get 11 free throws because she's going to go to the line tonight, I wouldn't hate taking more. I really wouldn't if you want to gamble on that, but I'm not going there. This one I like. Rebounds plus assist. Last game, I had her at 11.5, and she cashed. PrizePicks adjusted the line by half. They got rid of that hook. Now it's at 12. We need 13. We have a lot of push equity. I still like taking more here. It's in play. My favorite one was less than 3.5 blocks and steals. They since removed it. It'll probably come back on the board later tonight, but that would be my favorite. So if it does come, look out for that. I do like more 10 rebounds here. I think most of the books have it at 10.5. I would take less at 10.5, but more on 10. I think she's going to get exactly around 10. The range of outcomes is anywhere between 8 and 11 most likely. So that is my thoughts on A'ja Wilson. Captain, why'd you give us so many? Again, because it's one game parlay, and I want to give you guys the thought process. Anyone can come up here and just do this and give and give picks or whatever the case. That's not my goal here. My goal is to help you guys learn, because we all love this hobby, and I want you guys to become better. You're not playing against me. You're playing against the house. The house is PrizePicks, and I want you guys to beat them. All right, so let's take a look at assists. Kelsey Plum, this line should be 4.5. It's at 4. I had her over last game. She sold. She had 1, but she shot incredibly well. If it was at 4.5, I would be telling you guys to take under all day. At 4, I still can make an argument for more. Me personally, I'm either going less or I'm fading the prop. Why? Because Chelsea Gray has stepped back into her facilitating role. She still has been shooting, but her shot hasn't been falling as that much as it normally does. She's all the way up to 7 assists. This line is too high. It should be at 6 assists. It's at 7. So she's going to need 8 to beat you. She torched last game. I had over 6 or 6.5. She got 12. Game before she got 8. Game before 5, 9. But it is realistically the Vegas odds correct play would be to take less here. Speaking of Vegas odds, I partnered with DG Fantasy. Yes, the DFS optimizer that everyone talks about. I'm on board with them. I played around with it. This is what I do, okay? I literally use this website now. It does all the work that I was doing on my own and literally does it for me. You can calculate the no vig odds on your own, which is what I was doing, but now it's nice and color coordinated here. All I have to do is load this up, and the main reason I agreed to this is because of the sports value. I've already made my $25 monthly fee or whatever it costs per month to do this with the esports tickets that I've won, okay? It gives you all that esports data, which I'm trying to learn, but I want to show you this Chelsea Gray, okay? What this does is it pulls up all the sportsbooks lines. So it's a convenience. FanDuel, -125. DraftKings, +100. Bovada, -125. Sports Battle, whatever that is, +105. Okay. Then it takes an average of all those lines, and then it gives you the total, the actual value of what it is. So this is -147. I tell you guys all the time, if you can get -135 or -150 in PrizePicks, it's no longer a 50-50. This is a 55% chance to hit. Okay. So the sports books have it at 6.5. PrizePicks is giving it to us at 7. Since we get it at 7, we know it's a 55% chance to hit. It's favoring on the under. So you want to take under. And this isn't an opinion, as a lot of people like to tell you. This is actually fact. This is plus EV betting. What is EV? Expected value. So all you need to do is go on here. You can go on here and get the list of all this stuff. Okay, so let's just say it says Aaliyah Boston under 16.5 points, 55% chance to hit. It's -145. They pulled it from FanDuel and Sports Battle or whatever that book is, okay? So do I automatically just go on PrizePicks and do Aaliyah Boston under 16.5 points? Absolutely not. I'd take that, and I know all this does for me is signal I need to look into this. I need to look into these particular ones because these are the ones that aren't 50-50s to target on PrizePicks, and that is helpful. Folks, I've been doing this since day one. This is where I calculate the Vegas odds to hit. The only difference is I wasn't using a website. I was using my own brain and calculating it in the calculator. This is a convenience tool. It saves me a ton of time, so I'm passing it on to you. Use promo code CRUSH or the link that's going to be in the description. Either or, it gets you in the mix, and I believe you get $5 off for using promo code CRUSH, and then that'll be that. You can't beat it with a stick, and this is a helpful tool, and I'm mainly using it for esports. Like map 1 kills Noah over 4.5. 59% chance to hit, color coordinated. It gives me the odds, and I can go on there and do my thing, okay? But I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to show you the Chelsea Gray. So I know under 7 assists. I see all the other books lines. Now I can go do my deeper research, which I have already done, and I am passing it on to you guys, okay? So Chelsea Gray under 7 assists is one that I would like to take, but again, it doesn't guarantee you, just because it's a 55% chance to hit, it doesn't guarantee you that it's going to hit that particular night. It basically means on an infinite timeline, let's say you ran it 100 times, which is not a big sample at all, but let's just say for argument's sake, out of that 100, you'd be on the winning side 55 times out of those hundreds taking less, okay? 45 times out of that 55, it's going to go more. Plus expected value betting. I plugged that for you guys. That is that. And with that same concept, you can look at Candace Parker. She was at 4.5. Now she's at 4. Now I know that since she just got bumped down to 4, I can conveniently fade. I'm not touching that one for Candace Parker. All right. I can go over to the bread and butter of fantasy scores, and for that, all right. So my handy dandy notepad is here. I referenced Blue Clues, as you know. Someone finally figured that out. I tip my hat to you, buddy. Asia Wilson, 11 for 16 from the free throw line. I have her projected for 42 fantasy points. She averages 1.4 fantasy points. I gave you my take on that. I'm taking under there. Aaliyah Boston, 1.2 fantasy points per minute, 36 fantasy points projected. I like her rebounds. Check this out. Okay, 35 fantasy points. I got her going for 36. I had her last game. She cashed for me. She's going to be right around there. Her ceiling is going to be right around 53, as you can see, but her true ceiling is probably 50. That's an outlier game. Her floor is probably going to be 25. She had 27 against Chicago. That was a stinker. Listen, she's a big girl. I don't know if you guys know, she is a presence in the paint, and she's going up against Asia, who is also a big girl, and this is the battle of the ages right here. Obviously, Asia's better. Boston's a rook. She will improve. She will become her eventually, but right now, Asia still is better. But for Aaliyah Boston, you can take more 35 fantasy points. There is a ridiculously high point total, and where am I getting my point total at? Well, right here, fam. We can go over on Outlier Bet. Again, I listen, I use a lot of tools for research. I take this deadly serious, folks. This isn't just some nickel and dime fly-by-night show. I live this life. I take this serious as you can take it. I dig in. I try to find everything I can for you, my community, myself. I do it all. I have a lot of tools. This one is Outlier Bet, okay? So they have a prop section, but over here I want to just look at the line. I can see Indiana plus 14.5. That means if you see that, that means that they are 14.5 dogs. That means that they will probably lose by 14.5. That's the line. Over or under, you choose. But look at this. This is why we came here. Over under 171.5. That is a lot of points for the WNBA, fam. Okay. I don't know if it's going to go under or over. I don't take these bets, but the line being at 171 tells me a lot. That is a lot. That's like 85 to 85 projection. So in a game like that, where it's going to be fast tempo, a lot of points are going to be scored, more on the fantasy side is always going to feel better. That's what I should say, okay? Because it will. It's not always going to be a winner, but it will feel better. Candace Parker, 28.5 fantasy score. List Candace Parker. I feel like she's finding her rhythm on this new team. She doesn't have to do everything like she had to do in Chicago. She still gets a lot done. Last game she played them, they just played, guys, June 24th. She had 23.5 fantasy points. She sold her fantasy point total by about 4 or 5 because she had 5 turnovers. That's not characteristically for Candace Parker. She's not someone that is a turnover machine. Her name isn't Sabrina INS. She's not Marina Mabry. She's not really someone that's going to be turning it, tripping it over. However, last game, minus 5 points. Take it right off the top because it lost. She sold. So now I will go right back to it. 28.5. I will take more. I kind of like it. I kind of hate it, but I'm still going with more. If she sells, folks, she sells. It's all right. Kelsey Plum, 29 fantasy points. Kelsey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Kelsey Plum, 32 minutes. 9 for 14, fam. 9 for 14. 3 for 5 from the three-point land. 5 for 5 from free throws. She crushed. 26 points. Outlier game. 2 turnovers. 1 steal. 1 assist, no rebounds. Outlier game, okay? When you're shooting 9 for 14, you don't really need to do much of anything else because you're putting points on the board. Coach likes it, all right? So, that being said, this is the highest I've seen her fantasy point total at all season long. So, last game, even with that 26 performance, she only got 28 fantasy points because she didn't fill out the stat sheet. No rebounds, no assists really. Not really a lot of blocks and steals for her. She got like 2 turnovers. So, long story short, I'm taking less here and I will continue to ride that train until I'm forced off, okay? Melissa Smith and Jackie Young will be the last 2 that I want to talk about. Jackie Young had a poor game last game. Her line has been bumped down to 19.5. She was at 20.5. This is why I tell my soldiers in my community, it's best to wait because you never know when the line's going to move in our favor or move against. Fortunately, this moved against us. I have some of her at 20.5 real points. Now she's been bumped down a point. I like her to go more. She's the primary scorer for this team. Last game, she shot horrible. She was 4 for 11, 2 for 4 from 3, which was good, but her overall field goal, 4 for 11. She played 34 minutes. Look at this. 8 assists for Jackie Young, 4 rebounds, only 10 points. She didn't really have to do much on the scoring front because you had Plum and Wilson just go nuclear. That's not normal. Normally, it's just Jackie Young scoring at least 20 points. I think I have her projected for 22 points tonight. Again, it's not a guarantee. It's just a good play. She's a bounce back spot here. Look at that. She 28, 24, 23, 10. She should bounce back. I hope she does. She's going to take at least 10 to 12 shots. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. Chelsea Gray, 13.5. I mentioned her. She's been facilitating more, but anytime you can get Chelsea Gray at 13.5, it's in play. I didn't go there. I took her assists less, but I wanted to mention it. Melissa Smith, 14.5 points. I will be taking less here, fam. Last game, She had an outlier game herself, 35 minutes, 11 for 19. What? 11 for 19, 1 for 3 from the field, 3 free throws, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 26 real points. She absolutely crushed. She crushed it, guys. And as that, I got crushed. I'm still taking less on her points because it is the right move. I promise you, long term, less 14.5 points is the right move. Doesn't mean it's going to win tonight, but I'm still taking less on it, okay? It's at the end of the day, this is all up to you to make your decisions. I am just simply one man giving you my 2 cents, okay? Kelsey Mitchell, I don't have a read on her either way. I'm going to let the public decide what y'all want to do with that. Candace Parker, she should be at 7.5 real points. She's at 9. If you don't want to take her fantasy more, you can take her real points less because that is a lot of points for Miss Parker. Again, outlier game inflated it. She should be around range of outcomes anywhere between 7 to 9 points. I think she can get 9. I don't think she's going to get 10. Less would be the move there, but again, I'm on her fantasy score, okay? I've covered everything that I wanted to cover on PrizePicks. I think I broke that game down pretty well. If you want to take a shot on Alyssa Smith's fantasy score, fade the points, but take her fantasy score because maybe she gets a lot of rebounds again, you can. As you can see, she had a 46-point game. It's an outlier game, but listen, if you want to go down that road, if you say Captain Crush, I think the other thing's going. I think this is going to be a fast-paced game. I think it's going well over 170 points. I think it's soaring over, and you can absolutely take these two, and I will not begrudge you a bit. This is what your slip would look like in that scenario, folks. Just like that. That would be the 4 that I would target with a splish splash of Gray. You would take Chelsea Gray over, Aaliyah Boston over, Candace Parker over, Wilson over, and Alyssa Smith over. That would be your ticket if you think that it's soaring over 170 real points, okay? Please listen to what I say and don't just skip around looking for more or less because that you're not going to learn anything for that, okay? Promise you. Take the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, invest in your hobby, invest in yourself, and you will be happier doing this in the long run. It's a beautiful thing. It's the best hobby in the world. I tell everyone, outside of golf, this is it. This is him. This is her. This is the best thing you can do, the most fun you can have watching sport. Trust. As one would say, trust the captain, okay? Now, I didn't forget about my Underdog crew. Of course I cooked up for you. Come on, Underdog, promo code CRUSH. Get on there, boys. We got about 5 days left till we enter July. It's going to be Underdog best ball season. That's right. We're going to be doing live streams with the captain on YouTube, drafting best ball for golf, NFL, baby. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a sweat, and I want you guys there with me. Promo code CRUSH. The min deposit's like $10. You can't go wrong with that. Kelsey Mitchell, lower, 17.5 real points. Why do I like it there? Because PrizePicks has it at 17. This one has it at 17.5. I'm taking the value. Remember, captain, line shot. Spencer Strider, lower, 9.5 strikeouts. We talked about him on PrizePicks and Sleeper as well. And then Javier, higher, 5.5 fantasy points. Listen, that's a gut call. I researched it with Outlier. I like it. That's my 3-man. Always ensure your contest. If you like 2 more and you want to make it an even 5 and go for that lovely 10x insurance or the 2.5x if you hit 4 or 5, go ahead. That's fine. For this one, I insured it. So if I get 2 out of 3, I'll get my money back. If I hit 3 of 3, I get that 3x. It's totally fine with me. I'm all about it. I like it. And I wanted to make sure I had that for you guys. Remember, if you happen to use my code, all you got to do is DM me on Twitter, which is at I am Captain Crush, and let me know. Show me the screenshot. I got you a 30-day free trial into my Discord, and trust me, the Discord crushes. Speaking of Discord, I'm going to put what we do on a daily basis right here. Next, this clip will show you what we do. This is it. Okay, so West asks, you don't think that PRA is the move for WNBA since they get more turnovers than steals and blocks, or why do you like fantasy points better? Okay, fantasy points, it also isn't just steals, blocks, and turnovers, guys. There's a lot more to fantasy points than that. They literally get 1.5 points for an assist and 1.2 for a rebound. So it's not just, you don't just look at fantasy points for turnovers, blocks, and steals. Because if someone gets 2 assists, they get 3 points instead of just 2, which is like on a PRA. That those 0.2s and 0.5s add up. So you want to calculate that in, plus the block and steal equity is always there. Turnover equity is there too, running against you, but that's just something you take. How do we feel about A'ja Wilson under 43.5 fantasy? I'm leaning under on that. It's a totally inflated line. I'm leaning under heavily on that. Any other questions up here? Yes, sir. But like for example, if you wanted to target Candace Parker's PRA, I think it was 19.5. I don't hate it, but again, that's an inflated line. I have her going for like 17, but it's in play. If you want to take that, you can. Sturdy Post, Colin Rhea less, Melissa Smith less, Boston more, Jackie Young more, Asia Wilson more. That's a good lineup. I wouldn't take Boston and Asia in the same lineup together for the rebounds though, because it correlates bad. You want to be able to root for one. They're both good plays, but you want to be able to root for one side over the other. So the likely scenario is if Boston hits her rebounds, Asia may not, and vice versa. It's good. They could both hit and they both could not hit, but it's hard for them both to hit. So you want to limit your exposure by having them both in the same lineup. I would switch that to Asia Wilson less, 3.5 blocks and steals, Sturdy. I haven't looked at it yet. I'll look at that later. I'm still waiting. The lines just dropped, and they're gonna move up and down as the money comes in. So I'm kind of waiting a little bit for them to settle. But I'm pretty sure I posted the list that I did like. Jackie Young. I want to tell everyone Jackie Young shot 4 for 11 last game. She's due for a bounce back. She's their primary scorer. Kelsey Plum shot like 9 for 13. Asia Wilson shot 11 for 16 from the free throw line. She had 16 free throw attempts. She made 11. That's why she soared over her 18.5 line. The real points inflated right now, so I might take under on her real points. I don't know if I'm going to recommend you guys to take it, but 100% it is an inflated line, 100%. I do like Asia Wilson's rebounds plus assists again. I do like the stash Strider to go under 9.5 Ks. And Christian Yelich fantasy score, I like that. I have him projected at 8 or 7.9 or something like that. I forget what the model was. Melissa Smith, she shot insane. She played 35 minutes last game and couldn't miss. Okay, she chucked. Same thing on the inverse of that was Kelsey Mitchell, where she only played a few minutes and she played fewer minutes than she normally does, and she didn't score a lot of points. So I'm hoping both of those bounce back to the average. Smith under and Mitchell over. But that's neither here nor there. Spencer Strider with the strikeouts. Listen, if he gets 10 Ks, he gets 10 Ks and he beats us. And he very well can get 10 Ks. Make no mistake about it. He can get 10 Ks, especially in this matchup. Do I think he's going to get it today? I'm not sure. The math favors under. Model favors under. Vegas favors under. My gut favors under. Listen, if he gets 10 Ks, I lose. I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. It is what it is. God bless the man. Okay? Any other questions real quick before we move on and I get ready to wrap this up, and then I got to go. I got to run some errands, but I'll be back before tip. And with that, folks, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to know more about my Discord Dub Club, hit me up. The links are all in the description for Outlier, the DG Optimizer, all my Sleeper, Underdog, all that stuff. It's in the description. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I really do. Remember, I do these YouTube videos to help you guys learn. I am a teacher by heart. I teach you guys all this stuff that I can to help you guys learn and become better. I'm not just here to try to spoon feed you some type of pick that can hit or can miss. I really want you guys to learn how to become better fantasy sports players. Just ask my community, guys, what I do. I do this stuff. I'm on this microphone in this chair every day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, but I do it, okay? That is what's up. Again, thank you so much. If you like my content, give me a like and a subscribe. I will see you guys soon. This is my salute to the soldiers. Good luck, and as always, let's crush.